Hello everyone. Hope you're all in the best of spirits, health and disposition. I'm Sumaya Alansari and welcome to a new video of Quest of Truth. In this video, we are going to cover the remaining portion of Similia Similibus, lecture 6 of the Principles and Practice of Homeopathy by Dr. Richard Hughes. Let's pick up from where we left off. We have already determined the effects of drugs, the dynamic effects of drugs on healthy human beings, and made a record of that already. If you don't know how to do that, please check out the link given in the description box below where we discussed the different effects of drugs in the previous video. In this video, we are going to cover how to employ medicines. After knowing that a given substance has the ability to excite a particular bodily function, you can either give it for the disease of the same part or you can give it for the disease of some other part. The first system is what Dr. Hahnemann called as allopathic. There is no apparent relationship between the physiological effects of the disease and the physiological effect of the drug whatsoever. For example, you can use diuretics for hydrothorax or purgatives in cases of apoplexy. Even when applying the drug substance for the effect of the same part that the medicine has physiological effect on, you can either give it for a situation where the morbid condition is opposite, or you can give the medicine in a situation where the morbid state is similar to the physiological effect of the drug. Now, in the first case, where the morbid state is opposite to the effect of drug, it is called as enantiopathy or antipathy. For example, employing diuretics in case of ischemia or purgatives in cases of constipation, anesthetic for pain or paralyzing agent in case of spasm. The principle that is used is contraria contrariis, where the morbid state is opposite to the physiological effect of the drug. Now, the third alternative is that you can give your medicine in a morbid state which is similar to the physiological effect of the drug. For example, giving diuretic in polyuria, cathartic in diarrhea, mania with stramonium, and tetanus with strychnia. This is based on the doctrine of similia similibus curenta, or like be treated by like, which is much older than Dr. Hahnemann himself. And this procedure is called as homeopathic. In the following passages, Dr. Richard Hughes talks about the pros and cons of these methods or procedures. Dr. Richard Hughes says that Hahnemann's objections to allopathic system of medicine are only two. One, uncertainty. He says that the allopathic system is more roundabout, indirect, and guessing. That is to say that the medicines can have positive action as much as it can have a negative action. That's with the first point, uncertainty. The second point is the injurious large poisonous doses that they administer, which is necessary for the desirable effect of their system. Antipathic use of drugs are rapid, certain, and palliative, and is as direct as homeopathy. It is handy in cases of acute poisoning for antidote. For example, morphia for atropia. He also goes on to say that who would refuse a dose of chloroform to a parturient woman, or a dose of amino nitrite to an angina patient, so on and so forth. As per Dr. Richard Hughes, the law of opposites is as important law of therapeutics as the law of similars. He says,
I must hold that the man who denies his patients such relief is sacrificing them to his prejudices, is preferring system to humanity, and is unworthy of the name of physicians.
it is clear that the antipathic use of drugs is based on the law of palliation. Such palliation is often, in temporary disorders, all that needs to be done. And in certain incurable cases, it is sometimes all that can be done. But it is palliation only and not cure. So it is helpful in cases of immediate needs and passing troubles. but it fails miserably in cases of persistent, recurrent, or complex maladies. It is seldom able to deal with more than a single symptom at a time. And as an inevitable reaction of life or dynamic, what happens when the evil returns with a greater force? What do you think about this? Although antipathy is important, it's not cure. That's the only objection that Dr. Hahnemann has from antipathy. Homeopathy, like antipathy, acts directly on the affected part and leaves the healthy regions unharmed. It is more certain because of its direct effect and more secure because doses are so small that they cannot have any deleterious effect on the healthy regions. Dr. Richard Hughes explains the difference between antipathy and homeopathy using a beautiful example. He says that in either systems, we are opening closed door. However, in antipathic mode of treatment, we are opening the door by smashing the lock with crowbar. However, in homeopathic mode of treatment, we are opening the door very gently using a proper key. In homeopathy, we employ the symptomatic picture as a whole to the whole. We compare by totality of symptoms rather than going with a single symptom at a time, which is done in antipathy. Homeopathy is holistic mode of treatment, however, antipathy is not. By checking the totality of symptoms, we are also tracing the entire evolution of disease, and in that manner, we are reaching the roots of that disease. The homeopathy is permanent rather than temporary as is antipathy. Because you see, in case of antipathic mode of treatment, the primary action of drug is in the opposite direction to the morbid state. So any recoil by the secondary action is injurious to the patient because it conforms to the morbid state. However, in the case of homeopathy, what we do is, since the primary action of the drug is in the similar direction to the physiological process of disease, what happens is that the recoil due to the secondary action is in the opposite direction to the morbid state, the actual morbid state. And what happens in that scenario is that the secondary action extinguishes the primary action as well as the morbid state of the disease. So the plus point of homeopathy over antipathic mode of treatment and allopathic mode of treatment are that it is not injurious because of its nature of small doses, and it is also more lasting. It is less injurious, more lasting, and holistic. That's all for today. Give me a like if you found this video helpful, and let me know what were the points that you liked the most and what are the points that you want further clarification on. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on the bell icon so that you get the recent updates. Do not forget to share with your friends who would like to know more about Hughesian philosophy. What do you want me to cover next? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy.